100% engine power, full flap. Just as I got airborne, the stream cut out. Hopefully you guys from the old stream can come and join me on this one. Let's check that the engine's good and then we'll check the gear. I think the gear's good. Just narrowly avoided overheating there. Just seems okay. Let's check the gear. I don't see any landing gear there, do you? And what about here? Again, no landing gear. Great. We're going east, we're supposed to be going west, so I'll turn around and I'll try and climb as well. What's our speed? 350, that's a huge speed. Wasn't expecting to be going, it was more like 370. I was expecting about 300. So speed picked up quite a bit. Why? And we're in cruise mode. We're in cruise mode, got 30% cow flap. Cruise mode is about 80% power and 75% propeller. The aircraft only has 30% fuel, so that's one of the reasons why it's faster, and it's carrying a lighter bomb load, so that's another reason. So I managed to get airborne there reasonably okay. Looked like I was going to crash out, but no, got airborne. Bouncing along. The plane was bouncing along. At one point it looked like it was going to bounce into the hangars on the right. At another point it looked like it was going to bounce into the trees in front on the left. And at some point got airborne. Alright, I've got the new stream chat up and running. Alright, so basically we took off from here, from Let. We're going due west. We're going to hit the bridge at Arnhem. There's the town of Arnhem, there's the bridge. Going to, first of all, climb to, we're doing 360 k's an hour, we're at 400 meters. Going to climb to 1,000 or 2,000 meters. Should really keep climbing until we get to 4,000. If I climb at 260 k's an hour and just keep doing that till we get to 4,000, it's going to be a long way though. Plus we don't have much fuel, but the higher you go the easier it is to see everything. Now we're at 800 meters. coming on 900 meters. Speed is good. Speed's good. Speed hasn't dropped off too much. Still at about 280 kilometers an hour. Coming on 1,000 meters. That was pretty easy. The plane sort of leapt into the air. We're climbing shallow climb. The speed is still good, not dropping off. I thought it was going to go down to like 200 k's an hour in that climb, but it didn't. We're climbing at cruise power, trying to maintain due west, getting up to the cloud base almost. Mark Shaw. No worries, thank you. This is my passion. So we're doing 280 and we're in a shallow climb. Look at the artificial horizon. We're in a climb. 280 k's an hour. What's the altitude say? Coming up to 1,300 meters. That's not too bad at all. So this thing has some performance to it once it's airborne. Getting airborne out of those short strips is horrible. Once you're up and running though. So essentially I crashed about 4 aircraft trying to figure out what kind of weight configuration and engine configuration and flap configuration required to get out of that particular field. Well, now I know. Almost at, what are we at? We're at 1,600 meters. Overheat. No, I have 100% cow open. Hopefully that's going to do it. Bloody hell, that was a bit of a drama I didn't want. Now the speed has not dropped off at all, it's increased, but that's because I dived. Let's get the climb going again. Quiet at the cloud base. Should probably climb with the cows open. 1,700 meters. The bomb site gives us options for 500 meters, 1,000 meters, 2,000, 3,000 and 5,000 and something else. Not the bomb site, the weather forecast in the bomb site. I'll show you in a minute. There's 2,000 meters, still going due west. Damn it, I climbed out with the lights on. That's such a bad thing to do. Hopefully didn't get noticed. All that investment in getting airborne and everything could easily get shot down from that. I'll keep climbing. Speed's dropped off, indicated at least 250. Altitude's 2,200. Still going west. What else can I do? I can try closing the cow flaps a bit, I guess. Around 50%, we'll try that. Getting a bit harder to climb now. I've just gone above the clouds, that's good. coming on 2,400 meters. G'day Frag, I guess that you would probably be viewing this in the train. Am I on the right track there? Since you ask. It's got to be the train, right? (2,600 meters). 250 kilometers an hour indicated. That is a very slow speed for an aircraft to be doing 250 k's an hour. But we are in a climb, and that's indicated. The true airspeed would be a little bit higher than that, probably about 280, because we're so high up now. 2,700 meters. Yeah, flying a Ju88. I was going to fly the Stuka because it's less challenging, but it was not available on this particular map. 2,800 meters, we're almost there. And I'll have to figure out what to do next, navigation and bomb site wise. I could always just bloody dive on the target, but then I don't know, I've got to figure out how to use the actual bomb site. I think that's the most valuable thing to try. And there's 3,000 meters. It's around 10,000 feet. The temperature is below 100, so it's very cold. I had the outlet cow at 30%, but it was at 40 plus. Alright, we're here. The wing lights are off. Cow's at 30. Engine and proper at cruise. 75 RPM and 80% power. Gives us cruise, continuous mode. We're going west. We took off from here, we climbed, and we're going to head out to the bridge at Arnhem and try and bomb it. I just have really no idea what to do. Bomb site for you is V? Yeah, for me too. Alright, I'm gonna... it does. I have to interpolate because it doesn't have 3,000. I have to go 2,000, 6 meters from 340. But also, what's our speed? 300, I imagine. A little bit more than that, actually. I'm going to stick with 300 for the time being. The altitude, 3,000 meters. Notice when I adjust these things, the sight adjusts. Wind, yeah. 340. There's not much difference between 2,000 and 5,000 meters. 340, 330. So at 2,000, which is close to our 3,000, we've got 6 meters a second there, and we've got 3 from 340. From 340 means practically from north. This is my reasoning process. I could be wrong. I'll figure it out. So that's basically 340 coming in from there that way. That's the wind direction. If we're going to hit it, basically 270. maybe then the difference is the difference between 340 and 270. Which would give us 70 degree. You can go either way. What the heck? Wind angle. That's 70 there. I'm going to just stick with that. So I've set the wind speed, I've set the wind angle. Speed I could increase a bit to what, 340? That'll probably do it. Altitude's still 3000. Now I can get rid of that. Yeah, we got some bridges. I'm going to try and bomb that bridge. I don't think I'll reach it in time. Damn, this is hard. No way that I'll reach it in time. Basically all the bridges out here are enemy bridges, so it's not a big deal. Just pick a bridge and bomb it. I hope that that was actually too premature. It wasn't actually one of the targets. Looks like a target up there. Let's bomb it. What could it be? Flew due west from Let. I'm hoping it's this one. Can't be this one, it must be this one. Confirmed, small lake, small river. And you can see it, the small lake and the small river. Where's the bridge? There's two bridges. Easy. Just accidentally opened and closed the bomb bay door. Okay, what now? Looks like we're lined up pretty good. Or maybe not. So we're on auto, I think that's right. 3000 speed, yeah, it's about right. some reason the sight's lowering and I don't want it to. Alright, I'm going to get ready to drop. I have no idea what's happening now. We seem to be just sitting still. I dropped one. There they go. That's not going to go anywhere. What the heck? Why is it doing that? And again. That's way off. That's way off. What the heck, man? Try and record. That was man, what the heck? You set up your altitude, your speed, you look at your weather, you get your meters per second. Way off. That's off by about 15 kilometers. Flippin' heck. Lined up perfectly, and then Alright, let's, we're around about here, let's turn, I don't know, 015 and we'll go for the bridge at Arnhem, if I've got any bombs left. You know, one way you can tell if you've got any external bombs left is you can get into the rear gunner's position and have a look through the side windows at the wings, see if there's any bombs slung under there. The workload's going to be pretty high going into this target. I assume that's it. Good news is we haven't been shot down. There's the one we just hit. I could always double back and go for that. I'm going to try this one though. It gives me more time to line up. What's my altitude? A little bit high, 3,200. I can gain speed though. It's all good. Pull out now. We're just at about 3,000 and we're in auto level. So how am I supposed to... So, speed, yeah. 3,000, yeah. Alright, so I'm in view mode. Where's a bridge? I can see a road, I can't see a bridge. I can see a road there too. I don't know where the bridge is. I've got a fair idea now. Don't know if I've got any bombs left. See the bridge. So there's view mode. Now let's get ready to bomb this bridge. That might actually be more successful. So I'm in manual mode. Still track recording. It's going to be wide, but I think it's more successful. It'll take ages to hit the ground. There we go. I saw it go off. That was not a bad attempt, really. Not a bad attempt using this damn contraption. I reckon I've almost got the hang of press V to go into here. So I'm in manual mode. Airspeed is there. Altitude, yeah. I had to cut power at the last minute. It was pretty hard trying to line up with this thing looking directly downwards. If you go into view mode though, you're looking, okay, so okay. So maybe view mode remembers. If I want view mode just like this, for example, and then here's manual for that, this is actually aiming, and then go back to view mode. So you can kind of line up on your target with view mode. And then you go to manual for the fine tuning at the last minute, which gives you the actual crosshair, what it's actually going to drop on. It's got to be it. And that's for long distance spot lining up on the target. I've got no bombs left. I think this tells you here what bombs you've got left. Alright. Gonna have to do one more flight just like that and see if I can actually hit a bridge. I think I've just figured out how to use the bomb sight. I didn't hit the bridge with that final attack, but I came close to it. What's my direction, by the way? Got a RTB. Less than 10 minutes of fuel. Should be going 90. One of the main reasons why I'm doing this is because I read on the forum that in combat box in Bodenplatte, Allies wins like vast majority of the time. Allies wins the map. And what was happening, it's not right or wrong, but this is just what was happening, is all of the Axis players were using the excellent Axis fighters as fighters and not doing much ground attack. And then a lot more of the Allied players were using the Tempest and the P-38, I guess. I think in particular the Tempest, with its excellent ground attack capabilities, to zoom in there so fast, close to 700 k's an hour or something on the deck, drop a lot of bombs on tanks and bridges or whatever, factories, munitions dumps, everything, and the map would be won by the sheer might of the Tempest, I would say. So they've stopped, the managers of Combat Box, I believe they've stopped the Tempest from carrying bombs, or big bombs or whatever, I don't know the detail, but they've tried to balance it out so that Axis is going to win the map more, because at the moment it's like for every one victory that Axis has on the map, Allies wins it 15 times, something like that. And one thing that stands out, apart from the A-20, the Allies don't really have any big, huge bombers, but the Axis do have big, huge bombers, and this gets to the crux of the issue. Axis has big, huge bombers, the Ju88 and the HE-111, and of course the Stuka and the Henschel and so on, but no one's using them, right? And one of the reasons why no one's using them is because no one can figure out. It's either no one's taken the time to figure out the bomb site, or no one can figure them out. So I'm trying to figure it out with the aid of watching some YouTube videos, but also just trying it out and seeing what happens. And I know there's some experts out there that all they do is this. And someone said the other day that using the bomb site was the easiest thing in the world. That was their opinion. So like just an off-the-cuff remark. So it must actually be a pretty easy thing to do. Just a matter of figuring out what to do. And I've been playing this game for 2 years. I still don't know how to use the bomb site. And today I just successfully almost hit a bridge. So awesome. So we're going 90. We'll be back at base soon if we don't run out of fuel. So hopefully we'll be able to figure out the bomb site in this flight. G'day, Andre, welcome. When the two cones pointers align is when you drop, says Mark. When the two cones pointers align. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Ranoy says, what game is it? It's IL-2 Bodenplatte. Alright, now that everyone is acquainted, let's find the runway and land. By the way, this aircraft has some seats in it that if you have this game, you can sit in one of these seats right now. You have the gunner up here, this guy here, you can be sitting here. The gunner down here. This is how I can tell if I don't have any bombs left. I can try and look out the wings and see the absence of bombs. So multi-crew aircraft, this one. There's a town down there, but I can't see it. The cloud's in the way. I think I can see that, possibly that. Oh, I could see it before the cloud got in the way. Another town there. There it is. I'm looking to head back to my airfield that I took off from, that really small airfield. The general position, I think I've seen this, and I think I'm looking at this, which means that my airfield is probably directly in front of me on two cities. About to run out of fuel as well. We've got something up there behind that bloody cloud. The feeling I might be looking at that though. Just past a huge town there, and could be that one. Turn 120 and descend. Bingo. So it's at the southern end of that small town. There it is there. And there's that godforsaken runway. It's not even a runway, it's just a cricket pitch. Alright, that's kind of a successful mission. Pretty happy with that. Hey guys in the chat, I don't know what you're saying. Alright, I'm happy with that mission. I'm going to actually have a small break and then start again with a new stream, doing the exact same thing. How much time we got left on the map? We got 30 minutes left on the map. I'm not going to do a new stream, I'm going to continue with this one. Alright, great. So we'll go again and we'll hit one of the bridges and yeah, practice using that sight. No worries, Andre. %, cow flap. I'm going to replicate what I did last time. Basically full flap for the takeoff. If you're just joining us, I've had great difficulty getting the aircraft airborne from this extremely small airstrip. I've got full flap. I've got 20% cow, which is low. Half an hour left on the map. Going to try and bomb something and return and successfully use the bombardier's sight. Lights on. 100% RPM. Alright, we've got the engine set up. Lights are off. Cow flaps are set. I'm going to turn around and go west and start climbing. Yo, guys in the chat speaking, I think you're speaking, I can only speak English, unfortunately, so I have no idea what you're saying, for your information. So with full flap, 30% fuel, and a light bomb load, the plane was able to get airborne at about 150 kilometers an hour. Like, it was able to bounce into the air at about 150, and I was thinking that you needed to rotate at 200. But particularly with that full flap and the lighter fuel and bomb load, 150 kilometers an hour started to get buoyant and bounce around. Definitely able to get out of that field in those conditions. Flying back over the field now. There it is there. You can see how small it is. We took off from that airfield there. It's like a bloody cricket pitch. It's not, it's much bigger, but trying to take off a bomber like this that weighs, I don't know, 15 tons, pretty difficult. And you got trees and navigation towers and bunkers and stuff at the end of the runway. Big challenge taken off from there. Alright, we're gonna go west. What altitude do we want to get to? I think the same if possible. Which was 3,000 meters. Seemed like a pretty good altitude. Took ages to get there though. Our speed is just below 300. What's our altitude? 800 meters. It's 1,200 meters. The speed's a bit lower. The car flaps are at about 50% though. I could try and shut them a bit. Let's try the cows at 30. Climbing at cruise power. Enemy aircraft spotted at 0920. That's not entirely far away. It's further on to our west and to the north a bit. Don't want to get shot down. So that's all the more of an incentive to climb, so that the enemy has less chance of seeing me. They won't really be looking for me so high. They'll be less likely to be that high. There's 1600 meters. What's our speed? It's pretty low. 230 kilometers an hour. Overheat. So obviously 30% cal was not sufficient. We needed to be higher than that. I can't bloody read that one, it's too sunny. Let's go 50% cap. Let's go 40% cap. Do you guys realise it's almost Christmas? I have to think up a suitable present to give myself. And directly after I watch this, let me start again. After I finish this stream, at some point after I finish it, I'm going to watch a movie on YouTube, which is They Shall Not Grow Old, which is a World War I documentary. I think it's made by Peter Jackson, the director of, did he direct Lord of the Rings? So I think it's going to be really good. It's one of those ones that you pay for on YouTube. It's on discount. I think it's $2.99. So instead of $7. So I'm going to watch that. I think it'll be really good. I think I'm looking at Bocolt. I reckon that's Bocolt right there. To turn 275 and climb. We'll finish in 20 minutes. Reverb VR goggles for Christmas. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Which is the best VR goggles? Is it a definite thing at this point? Like, is there a standout candidate that's like it's a no-brainer type thing? If you're going to get VR, which one should you get? Definitely get this one, or is it kind of like No one can really say for sure which is the best one. VR is basically some next level stuff. Track IR is good, but if you want to be in a cockpit of a Ju88 and really just like not have your vision obstructed by it, just gets caught and stuff, and it's not perfect. I think VR, I mean, don't get me wrong, Track IR serves me well, but I think VR is the next level. At some point, like not recently, but like at some point, I'm going to upgrade my joystick. I might get that one that has the BF109 joystick, or I might get a Thrustmaster. What's our speed? 250. What's our altitude? 2,700. Awesome. We're almost at 3,000. We must be getting up to the factories at Doetinchem at 0920. There was an enemy there about 5 minutes ago, so I better watch out for that. Keep climbing just a little bit more, get to 3,000. And then we'll hunt for Arnhem. We'll set up our bomb site and we'll drop some bombs on the bridge at Arnhem. Haha! Alright, we've just surpassed 3,000 meters. I'm going to level off here, we're going west. Airspeed. It's going to be about 300. I think it's not at the moment, but it will. Altitude, 3,000 meters. View, we want view. Now let's look. Alright, that's the view. That there is Emmerich, and we're headed to Arnhem. Where the heck is Arnhem? We're practically just to the right of Emmerich. So if we're just to the right of Emmerich, like about here, how do we get to Arnhem here? We're going to have to turn, aren't we? Not west, but probably 290 or 300. I could also go to Nijmegen, but I want to go to Arnhem. So heading west. Alright, we want to turn 290 to 300. Have I set up the wind? Having said that, look what's dead ahead of us. We've got Yeah, I mean, it's a clear run. It's a clear run. Could get shot down though. No, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to stick to my plan. Man, it's turning so slowly though. Turning so slowly. There it is there. That's what we want there. Just turning way too slowly. I should have just manually turned from the cockpit. So I've done this, so I have to figure out the wind and then get ready to drop. Got to get the drop order done. Let's check that out. Still got to turn so much more. Getting nervous that we're not going to make it in time. Cut the power. Got to get the speed down to 300 anyway. Bloody clouds in the way. Oh shit, we've got a cloud. That's alright, I kind of know where to drop. Alright, here we go. Here we go, all at once. There you go. Someone's already hit the bridge, but still. Good practice. I could have hit those bunkers as well. You could line them up. You could have a string of bombs going along there. Someone's definitely broken the bridge. And I'm recording this, so I'll post it up later on as a video. I think I heard them go off, or am I just wishful thinking? Whatever happened, happened. I believe there's no more bombs left. Destroyed town building. Or, you don't want to do that. I destroyed something at least. That's RTB. I don't want to lose altitude, but I want to get below the cloud, just have a quick look at things down there. Get, you pesky cloud. Yeah, I could have hit those bunkers. Something's damaged before. I think one of my bombs dropped well short, maybe. That's what it looks like. I don't know, we'll find out, And look behind you through the sight. You can click view instead of manual auto and look behind you. Of course you can use view to look behind you. Yeah. I knew that you could use view to look ahead extensively. I didn't think about if you could look behind. I guess you can. Right, let's head 90 and let's get out of here. RTB before I get jumped by a Mustang or a Tempest. Lucky I didn't bomb Nijmegen because an enemy aircraft was spotted at 10:17, which is right here, and I bombed here, and I'm about here now. Hopefully I'm so high and so far away that he doesn't even see me. If he does see me, he won't be able to catch me. So I'm in manual. If I go to view, and then I can use this to look behind, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good, pretty flexible. Plus 20 degrees, and then plus 10 degrees, and then neutral, that's straight down, and then 10 degrees, minus 10, 20, 30, 40, or rather that's positive 80, positive 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and that's neutral right there, looking straight down. And then that's negative 10, negative 20, so you can look as much as negative 20 degrees, as much as 20 degrees backwards. That's pretty good. And then you switch to manual, and that's got you exactly on neutral. So this is pretty awesome. I'm actually figuring out how to use all of this. Before this was all gobbledygook. Before this was all gobbledygook to me, and now I can actually understand what it means. How it relates to view and to manual. About auto. Auto seems to be floating. The thing I could have done better there is to set up the all of this. Flying over Doetinchem right now, headed to there, so I'm going to change my course a bit. Instead of going 90, I'm going to go 115. I'll go 120. No, I'll go 150. I'll go 115. That'll do us. And I might shut the cow flaps a bit. I had them on 40 during the climb and it worked. I had them on 30 during the climb and it started to overheat. Oh shit. What do I do now? Let my gunners take him, I think. Gunners are probably the more effective than I am. Or I could dive. Maybe I should dive. But an enemy can dive just as well as I can. I can't dogfight him. I only think I can dive. Did I just get attacked by a friendly? Fuel. Damn it. Shouldn't have flown over that factory. I flew over this factory and I got spotted. I should have steered clear of it. I didn't realise that that was the factory until I was well over it, and then I was able to identify it. The gunners, though, they're pretty bloody good. They can probably kill an attacker. Often enough they will. The amount of times I've attacked a Ju88 and it's just shot me down. So anyway, I was over here, now I'm here somewhere getting attacked and I'm flying 115 and it's not looking good. Might have to bail out soon. Where else can I land? I can divert down here. That's too far away. Getting under some pretty heavy attack here. Damn it. It's a Mustang. The Mustang's been hit as well though, look at it. Probably shot him down. Lesson learned, steer clear of targets on the way back. Building. I have a feeling that might have been a civilian building, but it can't have been or else they wouldn't have scored it. Well guys, that was pretty interesting. What I'm going to do now is have a break, and potentially I'm going to come back and do one flight in a fighter aircraft, so on a separate stream. So I'm going to have a break, grab a cup of tea. I suggest you do the same and then come back and join us for the next stream. Just before I go, just to have a quick check of the chat. There's a gigantic conversation going on here, I think in Portuguese or Spanish. Regrettably, I don't speak anything other than English, and even English I speak quite poorly. Just kidding, but no idea what you guys are saying. Frostimator, you can click view. Oh yes. Mark Shaw, gunners wouldn't fire on a friendly. Yeah, that's true.